Panthers and the Colts of Chartiers Valley. Well, Gavin, it's been an interesting season so far.
Absolutely. I think you could have said at the beginning of the season that you take your lumps in the non-conference and then really roll once section play turned around. You'd certainly take that, and that's exactly what we've seen from the Panthers so far.
Yeah, it should have an interesting contest tonight. I mean, the Panthers are in control of their own destiny. They're 7-0 in the section. I think 1-2 outside of the section. Not exactly sure what that says, but
well,
like you said, we'll take it.
To me, what it says is you can put a number up on those banners in the gymnasium with just a couple more wins. And, there are a couple big tests in the section still left, and one of them certainly is the Chartiers Valley Colts tonight. The game over in Chartiers Valley earlier in the year was a difficult test for them. And as we know, the Panthers have had difficulties at times with putting the ball in the other team's net, even when they're dominating possession, territory, and the like.
Yeah, the Colts coming into the game 2-3-2 in the section. Not a great record, but surprisingly, they're in a death fight for that third and final slot to get into the playoffs with Cannon McMillan. So they have a lot on the line this evening against the Panthers. And again, what do we have to play for? Well, we've got a section title to play for, okay? And hopefully the boys are focused this evening and just take this game for what it is and take care of business, and we get out of here with a win tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, as good as this program has been over the past 5 or 10 years, they've not won the section in a couple of years due to Peters Township. Well, they sort of overcame and got that monkey off their back already with the win at Peters earlier, and let's see if they can keep it rolling. The Panthers are in the white uniforms, going from right to left on your screen, and the traveling Colts in their road blues from left to right. This is Kevin Muck in the middle. This, I believe, is this John Gertunka?
John Gertunka on the outside flank tonight.
Okay, that's Jesse Poljak. He touches to Don Pizzone. Pizzone has a man running, and it's Matt Kiernan. And the senior takes it up the left wing here. He drops in support back to Poljak. Nice little ball. Boy, it's loose. Oh, just wide. Boy, it was a miscommunication between the central defender and the goaltender. It was bending hard, but not quite on net, and it goes wide for a Colt goal kick.
Yeah, the Colts are lucky for that one to slip by. There's a complete lot of hesitation through the backs and the keeper on that one, and very fortunate that just skipped wide of the net.
But a good start for the Panthers, who've struggled some this year, getting behind in games, letting up, conceding early goals. So be something to look for today.
Yeah, I haven't seen Char Valley play yet this year, and again, their record speaks for itself. I mean, they're a middle-of-the-road team, but it'll be interesting to see what exactly they have here as far as individual talent and then how they play as a team. Gary Weber's been at the helm at Chartiers Valley for a number of years. He's an experienced coach, has been in playoffs many, many times. I think he even has a Whippeal championship under his belt a number of years ago. So they've had some very good players at Char Valley. Here's an opportunity for Char Valley. Off the deflection, off a Worthy, and really a nice reaction save by Joe Conlon there. Probably one of the hardest shots I've seen him have to deflect away this year.
Well, talk about miscommunication in the back. Burdett and Worthy weren't positive who was going to take that ball, and as a result, they concede a really good opportunity in the early going, and that ball was struck hard by the Char Valley striker. They're still discussing it, maybe who was at fault, but that's unusual. Mike and Wes have a lot of experience back there, and I expect them to be a lot more assertive as the game goes along.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, another thing we just talked about is the Panthers' sluggish starts. You can't afford to concede a goal against a team that's supposed to be a weaker opponent because their whole posture shifts. And with the Panthers' struggle sometimes scoring goals, they need to get off to good starts, not concede a goal early, and be able to play straight out man-to-man.
Well, it's a gorgeous night here this evening. We are actually on top of the press box broadcasting. First time for me. Nice view from up here, but it is just simply a gorgeous evening.
It's one of those nights you can run forever. This is a nice bending ball here. Who's run onto a Gertunka? Goalie comes off his line, easy for the play, but I like the creativity from Jesse Poljak in the midfield. That's the type of ball you want. Hopefully we'll be a little more assertive in running it down as this game progresses. I think you are seeing the right idea, the inside out from the Panthers.
Good win by Jesse there. It's Matt Kiernan outside to Joel Hart. It's Blake.
Boy, tried to play that ball to Kieran's feet, couldn't quite get to it. We should point out there's, as has been pretty much commonplace most of the season, there are some missing bodies in the Panther lineup, including the two leading scorers right now, Ethan Dysert and Stephen Mackey.
Yeah, we were talking about this, before we went on air this evening, and I think at times this actually is going to help the Panthers, okay? Because you've got a limited bench, but you have enough players, okay? And makes it a little bit easier on the coaches as far as trying to get guys in or where we're going to put who we're going to put in what positions type of thing. So I think it's kind of bode well for the Panthers this year to have, quite frankly, fewer numbers to choose from.
Well, it does two things. The first thing it does is establish depth. You get a lot more confident in some of your other guys who, they get cast into roles maybe they're not used to, and they pleasantly surprise you and really step up. The second thing is, and perhaps even more important, some of the guys who were more secondary type players playing roles are thrust into positions where they are counted upon to really take a lot of that burden, whether it be scoring or controlling in the midfield. And as a result, they become better, more confident, more comfortable players. And we've really seen some guys emerge. Dom Pizzone, Jesse Poljak, really have seen some terrific stuff. Matt Kiernan, those guys have really stepped up and done a great job.
Yeah, we've had a number of guys that have played extremely well. I had mentioned at the Peters game that I thought Kevin Muck had played by far the best game I'd ever seen him play, which is nice to see, and hopefully he can continue that. A couple of three freshmen that are out there, okay, making an impact on the game. So we've had a couple of people, I think, step up who I know a couple we were totally taken aback from, okay, favorably, and then some others that you wonder, okay, are they going to step up or not this year? And they really seem to be stepping up.
Well, here's one of them right here. This is Garrett Blake coming all the way across the field for his long throw, and that's a beauty. It's in the box. Char Valley does a nice job getting their head on it, but that just creates a very dangerous situation. Blake puts it back in, can't quite get it through. Every time he gets the ball in his hands, though, a dangerous opportunity is right, around the corner, and it's a beautiful advantage to have. Oh, nice little give and go. Is Burdett? Boy, Burdett was coming all the way from his central defense position for a little give and go down the wing there. West has good speed, of course, and doing an offensive posture.
Well, earlier in the week, last time out, Char Valley basically got smoked by Peters. It was 4-0. I was talking with some of the Char Valley parents before the game, and they say they basically got took out behind the woodshed and were taught a lesson. Just no match for Peters at all. Earlier in the season, though, Char Valley has a nice win on the ledger, beating Mount Lebanon 2-1. So just not sure, which Char Valley team is going to show up, and it's probably the same thing the coaches are thinking.
Well, those teams are really scary because on paper those are teams you should beat.
Right.
Those are obviously teams that can beat quality sides, and so yes, it does scare you. I think Coach Schneider, and that's where your seniors come into play. Your leadership, guys like Mikey Worthy, they have to, make sure everybody's well aware that this team is scary and this team can beat you. So the Panthers having a decent start. We've had some possession, but not as much as maybe you'd like to see from the Panthers side, and hopefully they can start bringing that ball down. Now we've had a little bit of a choppy beginning with some kickball type activities here.
About 33 minutes left in the first half here. 0-0. Upper St. Clair against Chartiers Valley Colts.
That's a nice ball to wing here, and Char Valley possessing. Now they're going to play a through ball here. Worthy's running stride for stride with the offensive player. He sealed him off, but Chartiers Valley has kept the ball in. Not a real good service, and St. Clair clears away. This is Muck. And Burdett heads. The one thing, you already mentioned Kevin Muck and how excellent he's been as of late. The one thing Kevin Muck, the really important purpose he serves is how great he has been in the 50-50 balls in the midfield, winning those balls, stopping counterattacks, and helping control. If you play a possession game, you need to win a lot of those balls in the midfield. He does just that.
I don't think he lost one head ball at the Peters game, and we were kind of joking and commenting, here's another head ball that Kevin Muck wins in the middle of the field. So he's doing a great job, as are a number of the kids, and it's just nice to see these kids develop and become integral parts of a successful year here.
Now the goalie accidentally hits his central defender in the back on a clearance attempt. You got to be careful with that type of thing. But back to him. I've seen a goal off that, and it's
embarrassing to say the least.
Yeah. And demoralizing for your side. No, it's because it's not intentional. It's not considered a pass back.
little choppy at this point, but Panthers continuing to put pressure.
Yeah, the effort is good, but right now they're not bringing the ball down to their feet and playing possession on the ground, which is obviously what Coach Schneider and Coach Schwobel have been stressing here. You can hear them yelling, and they've got to take their time and be patient. There's another giveaway.
Yeah, we talked earlier in the year about the unforced errors and how that just demoralizes you and unfortunately at times makes a transition that much quicker, and that's how you get caught on a quick counter.
Yeah, a lot of times for the Panthers it's just patience. Rob Mertz and I were talking last week about that very same thing, when sometimes you don't need to be a hero with your passes. All you need to do is make the simple pass, and a progression of simple passes will get you exactly where you want to go. And the Panthers sometimes try to play a little bit too direct and a little bit too heroic with some of their balls.
Should be a Panther throw in here.
Yeah, it was.
Just off the foot of the CV player.
Wow, look at Blake. Jeez.
Hard applying pressure. CV will do a nice job just shielding the ball and they come out for a goal kick. Well, I have the latest MSA rankings in my hand here. In at number 10, Butler.
Wow.
Golden Boots, Butler. Golden Tornadoes.
Golden Tornadoes.
Golden Tornadoes. Number 9, Baldwin. Number 8, the sole blemish on our record, Bethel Park. 7, Mount Lebanon. 6, Norwin. 5, number 5, Kiski, who we tied earlier in the season. Number 4, Pine Richland. Number 3, Peters Township. Number 2, Upper St. Clair. And number 1, and I think a deserved number 1, Central Catholic.
Well, absolutely. Central had that great run last year in both the WPIAL and the state playoffs, and it's one of the longest runs they've had as a program. They got a lot of guys back, and they've been terrific.
Yeah, they had, I knew a number of the kids, number of the seniors on that team. They had a lot of kids that graduated.
Oh, it's loose.
And it's in!
And that's Dom Pizzone. Boy, and the great part about that was twofold. First, Dom Pizzone was the bracket on the goal. He was the guy bracketing the goalie in front. He came off his line when the goalie couldn't, the goalie can't take an aggressive line when you're bracketing him. And Dom, not a tall kid, got up, won it, and back-flicked it with his head. I don't think he hit it in the right spot. He's actually holding his head, but it actually worked as the goalie had come off his line. 1-0 Panthers.
Well, there's a dangerous throw by Garrett Blake. And the Panthers take an early 1-0 lead here. Just under 30 minutes left in the first half. But we've been talking about the throw-ins a lot. Gives you an opportunity to score every single time.
What?
I think it was Wes's throw.
No, Garrett did. He was running all the way across the field. The one thing I love about a throw-in as opposed to, say, a corner kick is I think you can be a little bit more consistent where you're throwing.
Just
the
more
ball.
control.
Yeah,
you have more control, period. And it helps. Outside. It's going to go off of Mike Worthy for a corner for Char Valley.
The most dangerous thing after you score a goal is the next couple minutes when some people smell blood in the water and really attack, and the other people sort of they're busy kind of celebrating. Hey, we're in a great position. You got to watch for that quick counter.
Exactly.
And Panthers got to do a better job working on set pieces. We've talked about this all season.
Ball in the back door, headed down nicely by the Colt. Joe Conlon picks it up.
Good job by Joe communicating. The Bethel Park game, which is the Panthers' sole blemish on the record this year, they gave up 3 goals all on set pieces. So
there's a wonderful head through.
Nope.
Oh. Well, they have a better view than we do.
They do, and I thought, just judging by the football field lines, I thought the back left defenseman for Chartiers Valley, Joe Hart, was running even with him. I thought when the ball was headed, and he timed it well, but it's a shame, but it's a good run. That's exactly what you want to be doing. He's very proactive off the flick.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. We've talked about at times where the players have not demonstrated the anticipation off the ball, and Joel did at that point in time, just as the Colt player did here, handling the ball in between 3, gets a shot off. Well done. Gets a shot off amongst 3 players. It's going to be a corner kick for Char Valley here on the far side of the field.
Yeah, the unfortunate part about that was, again, a little bit of a miscommunication. We had numbers back, but nobody seemed to want to step up and mark him. West got there and was deflected off him for a corner kick.
Yeah, a little hesitant today in the back for whatever reason.
Headed away, very nice by Jesse. Good job by Jesse Poljak. Great effort. Now he plays the ball up.
It's up to Dom Pizzone, and he'll go out for throwing for the Panthers.
That's a way to get it out of trouble. I liked really, Jesse was very assertive both on the mark, and then he really stayed with the ball. You know, the Panthers got to work on that because they've not conceded very many goals in the actual game action. They've been on set pieces and things like that, special teams, so to speak.
Panthers just moving the ball around the back here. Worthy will take his space. Chipped over Kevin Muck. Jesse Tinney with the ball in the middle of the field for the Colts.
Very nice.
Good job. I think that's Jonathan Erdman out there.
It is, and he did a really nice job settling it. Blake has a nice touch zone.
To Muck.
See, now this is what I like. This is really solid.
Good stuff.
Possession. You know, and these are just little exchange passes. This isn't anything brilliant or really assertive. It's just making a smart pass.
Yeah, there were a number of times during the Peters game where there were 3 or 4 passes between two, 3, 4 Panther players just to work the ball away from, even if it was 1 or 2 Peters players. Okay, but it was really nice to watch. Just the composure on the ball and the ability to let the ball do the work. And the Panthers smart enough to recognize it, technically gifted enough to execute it, to get the ball out of trouble very easily.
Make the other team chase. You wear them down, and teams get frustrated chasing, and that's when they make mistakes. They get out of position and undisciplined. The third of the young Panther freshmen who have gotten significant minutes this year has entered the contest. Number 22, Rob Mertz, has checked in.
Be on the far side, probably playing as a outside right midfielder.
One of the other freshmen who's typically been in the starting lineup, Hayden Bernhardt, I believe he's injured also.
So. Worthy coming back for the ball. Ooh, through the legs. Picked up by Charvalli. Kevin Muck. Nice distribution out to Robbie. See if he can get there. And it's a Colt throw-in.
Not quite, but that's the right ball to play. Good marking by Erdman. Quick on there and very efficient. Uh-oh. Heads up. Burdett got a little casual.
Should be off the crossbar.
It was off the, unfortunately, I think he
touched it prior to going. It's going to be a corner kick for the Colts.
Two things happened there. West got a little bit casual with the ball and got caught. For some reason, the Chartiers Valley striker let that go awful early and from not a real good angle. He had a guy running, maybe make a square ball or take it right at the goalie.
Yeah.
Really sort of
we've been caught a couple times in the back doing a little too much dribbling at times. Fortunately, we haven't paid yet for that. But I think the backs have done a great job this year dribbling the ball out of the back and taking their space, and that's created some real good opportunities for us, and would like to continue to see them doing that. And hey, sometimes you get stuck. It happens.
That was great back pressure by Dom Pizzone right there, coming back to the ball. The one thing that you can do, even as a holding forward, is at times you got to pick your spots because you don't want to come back too far. You do want to stay high. Is come back and supplement that pressure. He did a really good job. Dom is very, very effort-based in terms of his game. He's got great pace, and he really does expend a lot of energy.
Yeah, he's impressed this year. I mean, I've been really impressed with his play this year. Playing much better than I thought he would. Admittedly, haven't seen him play, a lot. Obviously, watched him play last year, but I've been really impressed with his play this year. Joe Hart to go up for that and flick on. And on cue, Dom wins the ball for us.
Good square ball, too. Hold it up until you get numbers going. This is Robbie Mertz. Robbie still has it. That's a good ball right
off
there.
To Kevin Muck.
See these simple square balls. Good
there it is, and he's through. And the keeper comes out. Well, his receiving touch was a little too heavy. That's all. Yeah, a little heavy, unfortunately. But I love the way Kevin comes running through in the midfield there from a deep position. Jesse saw it all the way, knew exactly what he wanted to do. Heads up play.
And again, those were just kind of simple square balls, nothing, no dramatic through ball or anything. They just did a great job of gradual build-up.
Absolutely.
And commit numbers to the attack.
Major substitution here for the Colts.
Yeah. It's like
4 out and 4 in.
Who we got in for the Panthers here? I don't have a roster in front of me. Number 12 for the Panthers here, Jay.
That's Troy Kiernan.
Troy Kiernan's back.
Yep.
That's good to see him back. He's obviously been injured for quite a while here. He had a great start to the season, but has been injured for quite a bit.
Yeah, rolled his ankle. Sat out for a couple of weeks here, but he is back.
For those of you unfamiliar with our program, Troy Kiernan is the younger brother, of course, of Matt Kiernan, number 8. And there they are side by side. Joe Hart does a nice job dispossessing. Drops to Troy Kiernan. Good possession there for the Panthers. See, there it is. The simple switch fields make them chase. Burnett to Worthy.
Erdman. The Shore Valley's doing a nice job here trying to win the ball and off of our backs, pressuring them, which you can see a little bit from their game plan. They're going to want to push up, win the ball in our half, try to put our backs under pressure.
Sometimes you've seen, especially in the section this year, some of the teams that have come in as an underdog posture have really not pushed numbers forward. Chartiers,
that's right,
in the beginning have pushed numbers forward, tried to play straight up, and now obviously after conceding a goal, it's going to be even more so now.
Yeah, and what's the negative of that? Well, they leave themselves exposed, okay, for a quick counter. They may leave themselves exposed and outnumbered in the middle of the field if they've got 3 or 4 guys pressing up high on the ball. But they know what they have to do. Again, we talked about at the onset of the broadcast, they're in a dogfight to get into the playoffs this year.
Well, the Panthers have had a lot of practice, playing from 1 goal down. I'm sure playing with 1 goal in their back pocket is a much more preferable posture for them to be playing out of. And it's something you got to practice, too, because you got to combine the right amount of aggression and really playing your game with a little bit of caution.
So over the type by Garrett. Joel's going to try to get on that ball. Bazone pressures hard. Keeper takes it.
And that's what Dom does that's so valuable. He just wears down the back line because he's constantly there, and they start to, get a little bit antsy knowing he's probably around. They start to play a little bit faster, and distribution out of the back is not as good.
Yeah, absolutely. If you know there's going to be a guy in your grill every time that you touch the ball, you're going to get a little antsy.
So we're just over the halfway point here of the first half. The Panthers, on an early goal by Dom Pizzone, lead 1-0 over the visiting Chartiers Valley Colts. Ball's on the ground now. This is Muck touching the heart. Nice little ball.
It's a nice ball to Matt Kiernan. A little ambitious into the corner, but just a little too heavy for our flank player.
He had a little more space, I think, than he thought. He could have carried that a bit more, but now Jesse Poljak, the senior, well, he's a hybrid. He kind of does it all, is replacing Hart, who will get his first breather. He's been very active in the early going here. And Jesse comes right on the field, wins the first head ball. Coaches love that. Ooh, Rob Mertz took a big hit. Nice little touch by Jesse. Play on because of the advantage. Nice little attempt there for a bending ball, trying to hit the zone just a little bit far, but the Panthers are definitely the more aggressive team in the early going. The Colts are reacting, and as a result, they're fouling or not getting there at all.
Yeah, they're just half a step slow, and getting to a number of these balls. John Gertunka's up, looking to come in.
Hard to miss with those bright yellow boots, huh?
Well, they're very chic these days.
I never wore any fancy boots like that. I always thought you had to be really good, and I didn't want to draw any extra attention to myself I didn't need.
Matt Kiernan comes out. John Gertunka's in, playing out outside left midfield for the Panthers. It looks like Hayden's up.
Good. That's good to see, obviously. Panthers want to have as many healthy bodies as you can with all the injuries they've had this year. Ooh. Panthers controlling the midfield again. Good little square ball by Burnett to Worthy. Muck's got some room here. See, this is what I like. I like the gradual build-up, the simple square balls. Got a man running on now, played out wide. Couldn't quite link up with Robbie.
Yeah, just a little too far out in front of him. But you're right. I mean, the linkages were good there. Working the ball up the pitch there. You know, there's two trains of thoughts here, okay? The Panthers obviously follow the one, which is we're going to pass the ball 4, 5, 6, 7 times and work it through each third of the field and try to create those chances for us. The other one is similar to the way Peters plays. We're going to get the ball booted about 40 yards and take our chances. Now, it's kind of funny. You talk to coaches. When you have to make that 4th, 5th, 6th pass, there's a lot more opportunity to make mistakes along the way.
You gotta believe you have a fairly highly skilled team if you want to play that possession game, which I think the Panthers do have.
No question.
You know, I don't mind the long ball once in a while, but you know the time where the long ball is really effective is when you have a particularly dynamic or very, very fast striker. You know, Peters Township, for example, has had several guys, Zach Partika,
that can play that role.
being an example right now. And so that's sort of what you see. And so you play sort of the strengths you have. You know, the Panthers played that game a little bit more when they had Lenny Mills, for example. But, you know, when you have really dynamic midfielders, and the Panthers have skill both in the midfield and on the back line, you can play that. And their distribution out of the back this year has been excellent. And the thing that has been really impressive is how the two freshmen on the outside backs, Hayden Bernhardt and Garrett Blake, have come along in terms of their distribution. It's been outstanding. I think they were, you know, mostly concerned with not conceding goals with their marking, you know, as you would expect
right.
from ninth graders, but their distribution has really improved as the season has gone on.
Yeah, no question. It's good to see. I've seen more backs take their space to 15, 20 yards that they're given quickly, you know, on a speed dribble type of situation. The kids are technically gifted. They've got a good soccer IQ, and it's been helpful. One of the reasons we're, you know, the boys are 7-0 at this point in time.
You know, I was at the girls' game last night. They play the exact same way. The girls' team is very skilled and very experienced. It's nice to see that type of soccer being played in this community. I think it, you know, for people who are more the casual fan, it's just a lot more eye-pleasing to watch.
That's Hayden with the ball.
Yes, it is.
Just outside for a cold throw-in.
Nice little step over by Jonathan. He couldn't quite. He ran out of room, but clever little play in the back.
It's a nice outlet ball to Jesse.
Oh, he backheeled it. Oh, my. That was a nice little cheeky delivery from Danny Poljak. Boy, had that gone through, that would have been beautiful.
That would have been nice. Troy's got to drop this back, just get it out of trouble.
Oh, nice through ball. Hayden got it right there through two defenders. He's still with it, Jonathan Erdman is.
Puts the ball through to Pizzone.
I love this possession. This is beautiful stuff. See, look, the Colts, look how many numbers, look at all the numbers they have back now because they're just trying to chase the ball. This is great stuff. Gertunka going
Gertunka cutting in.
Oh, that's a beautiful
nice little ball to Poljak.
But again, they only have one guy on that side of the field because the Panthers possessed for so long.
Yeah, it was interesting. When we had the possession, you could see Char Valley had 5 guys flat in the back as a defensive line. But they are working hard in the middle of the field. Char Valley is.
Well, when you're chasing, you do have to work hard, and their work rate has been very good. This is worthy. Was looking for a give and go. Gertunka with a clever little play to create some space himself. Now
yeah, John's had a couple of nice moves here. You could hear he got cracked in the foot here on that move there. You could hear it, yeah, and he's feeling a little bit now. Hopefully he can just walk that off.
And there, once again, this is very similar to the position that the Panthers' first goal was scored from. Garrett Blake throwing on the far side of the field here, but as you're going to see very quickly, if you just tuned in, he can get this ball in the box, long and accurate. It's a great scoring opportunity for the Panthers.
Yeah, I'm looking at the balls into the box. He's up, the zone, and to the keeper. I'm looking at Gertunke here. I'm not sure if it sounded like he got clipped in the foot, but he's kind of holding his mouth, so maybe he took a shoulder or something. Hopefully he can just shake it off.
Did you notice the goalie did not come off his line there to try to play that ball? Maybe.
Well, we know he learns.
Well, yeah, I was going to say once bitten, twice shy, I'm guessing. Well, this is Robbie Mertz.
Nice little control by Robbie. He's got to get rid of this here. Yeah, and the coaches are saying don't watch him, and they're absolutely right. When they see him in trouble, they have got to move to give him a passing lane. They're just kind of watching him dance around with the ball, and at that point in time, he needs help.
Absolutely.
Okay, he needs help. He's getting pushed and hammered off the ball. Somebody's got to show up and give him a passing lane to drop the ball off.
Needs some support. Here comes Hart and Muck back into the game.
Pizzone and Erdman out.
And Garrett Blake once again going to go way across the field. This is a little bit further out, but he can still get this into the box. Panthers got some numbers forward here, hoping to get their head on the ball, maybe flick to a teammate here.
Long ball in. Colts clear out to Troy.
Oh, Colts got some numbers forward here. Panthers got to recover. Blake does a nice job getting back. This is Hayden Barnhart. Probably smartly waiting to get some numbers back behind the ball.
He does the right thing there. Everything's moving quick. Just get that ball out of there. Let the numbers get back and recover.
Kevin Muck doing what he does.
Kevin
best.
fighting hard for the ball, winning it.
Good job stepping up there behind the play is Blake. Nice little trap by Poljack.
Out to Mertz. He'll get his head up and see what he has. Puts Hart into the corner. And the ball rolls out harmlessly for a goal kick.
Yeah, not a bad idea from Robbie, but
No.
couldn't quite hold up.
Approaching 10 minutes left here in the first half. Still 1-0 Upper St. Clair.
Panthers have definitely had the better of the play here possession-wise. I don't think there's any question about it. They've really done a nice job possessing the ball and forcing the Colts to chase. It'll be interesting to see. The Colts have subbed fairly frequently, but it'll be interesting to see if they can wear them down, just getting tired of chasing at some point.
Yeah, probably going as expected.
Nice ball.
Nice ball out to Poljack. He crosses it in. Keeper picks it up.
A little deep, but I like it.
Yeah.
Outside, inside.
Well,
outside.
he's making a nice run out there. He sees a space. Okay, the ball gets played out to him well, quickly. That's good to see. Kevin's up to win another head ball for us. Char Valley turns and they're on the offensive.
Nice step by Garrett Blake, reading the play again. But Muck can't control, and here comes a little bit of a counter in the middle. Panthers got to be alert here. Nice job by Garrett Blake marking and clear, and really nice. Boy, you could have been a foul.
In the Jesse. He'll put it outside here to Gertunke.
Burdette, nice read. Whoa. That's a nice ball.
Kevin's got to get his head on a swivel here.
Yeah, exactly. Guy comes from the weak side. Robbie couldn't quite control it. Here come the Colts. That's going to be a foul right there.
Trip called on Robbie Mertz here. Colts with a free kick. Coming up on 8 minutes left in the first half. Looks like Matt Kiernan's up, ready to come in. Deep ball in the box here. It's a good slide tackle by the Colts.
Yeah, it was. He run it cleanly.
And it'll come out as a goal kick.
A little bit of good fortune there for the Panthers, although with the way Garrett throws it, it's hard to pin that deep.
That's right.
So Joe Gallman gets to trigger the ball back into play here for the Panthers. Still taking that 1-0 lead here. Would like to add on to that lead if possible before half.
Ball's put over top. This could be trouble.
Joe was very assertive off his line.
Does a nice job coming off his line. Good distribution. No hesitation at all on his part to come out for that ball.
swinging the ball in, flicked on. He turns. Nice marking by Hayden Bernhardt. Did a really
Good
nice
stick
job
by
right
Hayden. Yeah, to
there.
step in and block that shot.
Right on the right
Kevin
foot.
with the ball at his feet.
Touch wide. Okay, now
Robbie
Robbie's
in
got a lot
turn.
of space here.
Yeah, let's see if we can create something here.
Boy, that was dangerous. Almost a corner one, but it's not quite. Or maybe it is.
Yeah, he called for a corner there.
Well, I thought
Yeah,
Jesse
good.
got it with his toe there and not off the defender, but maybe it was. I do love the idea by Robbie. Once a man came on to him, he sent that little through ball. The one thing about Robbie is he's very aggressive with his passes in terms he's always trying to create. Sometimes he might be better served making a simple ball, but his vision is so good.
Yeah, I mean, he's got obviously a very good soccer IQ, okay?
So this is dangerous. It's headed in by Troy Kiernan.
Mike Worthy trying to control. Char Valley clears.
Nice job.
Well done by Mike. Just kind of picking the pocket there.
See, and that's that simple square ball right there. He's got a little bit of space here. Looking for Worthy on the give and go.
Can he get there?
He will, and I think he'll win a corner. He certainly will.
That's good. Another
work
corner.
by the Panthers. You know, and again, we've mentioned it several times, but it was just a couple very simple passes, and just from that you get a corner kick.
Yeah, the movement off the ball's been pretty good.
Really good.
Okay, in the final third here. Yeah, I mean, you know, maybe it's just me, but this game, and maybe it's because there's been a lot of exciting games this year. But just the ball's into the box here.
Ooh, Troy Kiernan got his head on it, back across the box, which is usually a good, a good tactic.
But there just doesn't seem to be a ton of energy in with this game. We're kind of going through the motions. Despite that, there's been some very good movement off the ball here, okay, to create some good passing options for the player with the ball. So it's good to see, because I think we've been lacking that through the course of the season, okay. But they seem to be making some decent runs here, and maybe it's something they worked on in practice, okay, in that final third. Okay, getting some penetrating runs and some penetrating balls into the players that are running off the ball.
Well, when you're missing a couple of your best natural scorers, you know, one of the ways you can cope sometimes is to be a little bit more dynamic, and they're doing that, making themselves a little more difficult to guard off the ball with some more movement.
Nice play there by the Char Valley player number 24. He set Garrett Blake up there with the bait, and he bit hard.
Nice
Simple 1-2.
one,
Yeah, it's smart. That's a nice play. That's a nice play.
Mike Worthy did a very excellent job there, not only to break up the attack, but then to shield and win the ball back when a foul. You know, Mike's got all the tricks in the book. He's been doing this for a lot of years, and he really did a nice job there.
Wes, with his feet on the ball, his head up, they'll swing it back over.
He's got 30 yards here. He's going to take his time. Mike's going to push it forward to Jesse. Clever. He's got as much right.
Yeah, nice little body feint there by Jesse. Create some space for himself. And that'll come out as a goal kick for the Panthers.
Yeah, Coach Schneider's getting a little concerned because he thinks, again, they're being just a bit casual in the back.
Yeah, and I think that's consistent with, you know, the earlier observation. There just doesn't seem to be that energy or that sense of urgency here tonight.
Garrett touches wide. This is Rob Mertz. Touches back in the middle. Runs out of room.
Play that ball back to Joe. Joe sends that over to the Char Valley bench.
Well, Joe's he's taking the opposite approach. He says, I'm not leaving any chances here. I'm not worried about distribution.
Mike Worthy to Kevin Muck. He's got a couple options here.
Nice little ball.
Nice outside of the foot there. To Jesse.
Good idea. He had trying to tell who that was. Matt Kiernan making a diagonal run there, 45-degree angle right towards the far post, and he almost got him. Blake gonna run it. Poljack gonna try to flick on. Boy, he looked like he was pushed in the back there.
Yeah, no question.
That's dangerous actually to give up a set piece right there, but no call. There actually has been very few whistles tonight.
Yeah, and it's been. I can't say the game's been dirty by any stretch of imagination. Matt Kiernan turning on the ball here. Cleared out by Char Valley.
No, it hasn't threatened to get chippy or anything like that.
No, boys are playing hard.
No, and it's good. Yeah, I like keeping the flow going,
Yeah.
obviously.
Big game for Char Valley. I mean, they, as we've seen, they want to come out and put pressure on the ball here, put pressure on the players with the ball here tonight as much as they can. And they're basically going to take what the referees give them. But, no, I think they've been playing fine.
Yeah, you adjust accordingly, obviously. And they know they can get away with a little bit more, just a little bit of bumping. That's a nice little ball. Dom shields beautifully. This is a nice, cute little ball here. This is Kieran. Can he get there? He will.
He'll win it. He's going to drop that back quickly. He does. Kevin. Back. Ooh.
Almost skipped through to Robbie, making a far post.
Yeah, my perception was off a little bit there. I thought that ball was going to go through to the back post, and I had seen Robbie, but no such luck. Char Valley keeper steps up and collects that ball. Take away any threat.
Mike casually touches wide here to Hayden Bernhardt. Nice little ball. The zone. Touches wide. We got a little bit of space here. Matt Kieran, he sees Rob making a far post run. Gets skipped a little bit. Oh, nice first touch by Robbie.
Good handle by Robbie. Well done, well done.
Oh, and then he turns him.
He'll deliver this here.
Oh, how beautiful is that? Wow, that created some. It was headed away, but that was just a beautiful settle, a beautiful turn. You got to see all the skill of young Robbie Martz on display there.
That pretty much summed it up right there, what he can do for you on the field. But yeah, some excellent footwork there, beating that player 1v1.
So 30 seconds left here. Heads up. Mike might be better suited. Yeah, I think that's the right play there.
Kevin up on the ball, controls, drops back to Burdett, over to Blake. Well done, Dom. Countdown here for the first half.
Yeah, that looks like that's just going to about do it. And as we come to the end of the first half, the Panthers, on a goal by Dom Pizzone, lead the Chartiers Valley Colts 1-0. We'll see you in the second half.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to kick off the second half here between the Upper St. Clair Panthers and the Chartiers Valley Colts. 1-0 here at the end of first. We talked a little bit during the halftime, and expected result here, obviously, but just it doesn't feel like it has the energy as some of the other more high-profile games that the boys have played this year. And understandable, you're going to hit these lulls, through the course of the season. Hopefully, we can just finish out here the next 40 minutes and move to 8-0 and get on to the next one.
The one good thing you can say, especially, is they've really controlled and dominated play, and you can only go to the emotional well so many times, and then it comes down to execution, and they've executed very well this evening. And so if you can win those games, that really says a lot about where you are. Nice strike. Hard, an ambitious strike, but that was really nice. It was dipping just high, but you don't need to go to that emotional well all the time if you can really do the right things in terms of the execution of the soccer, and they've really played a high level of soccer in terms of their possession, especially the last 15 minutes of that half.
Maybe it's just me and the announcing.
No, I think
need the emotional.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, you wish every game was Peters Township.
That's right.
You wish every game was Peters or Mount Lebanon. You do.
Well, we are fans up here.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, we are fans up here. Nice ball outside by Joel into the box.
Oh, that's great stuff, though.
Just over the head of a leaping and stretching John Gertunka.
But that's the inside out, back in. And I'll tell you what, that was a good ball and a really nice run to the far post from Gertunka. The spacing by the Panthers has been good tonight. We've talked about sometimes how they're not proactive on their runs and sometimes they're bunched and they're not spacing right. They've been technically sound in terms of their spacing, I think.
Yeah, you're right. It's a good observation. They've done a nice job on that this evening. And again, maybe this is just one of those, let's come out, we're going to have a professional executed effort and get the job done and move on to the next one.
And in these games, so long as, hey, you get an early goal, you're ahead, maybe get another one, you can work on some things, especially if you get a second goal. And, the Panthers, let's face it, they've got bigger goals ahead. They've got this is an ambitious crew. They think they can do a lot of great things this year, and I sort of think so too. Boy, Bernhardt went down hard.
Yeah, he got taken.
Sometimes you take advantage, but I'm glad they called that, just to say, hey, let's calm down a bit.
Absolutely. There's Wes across the pitch to Garrett Blake. Get his head up. Over top, Hart running on hard.
Going to win a corner. Good job. Or
Goal
no?
kick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, goal kick.
Boy, I thought he got a double touch, but
Yeah, I couldn't tell from here.
No, I can't either.
Pointing to the goal kick.
and that is center referee Dan Cimaroli, ladies and gentlemen, who is a former Upper St. Clair Panther soccer standout, class of 1994, a classmate and teammate of mine, and a good man. So I'm going to trust what he says. Not gonna kill him on this broadcast.
You owe that guy money or something?
No, Simmy's my guy. He's my guy. One of the nicer people you'll meet. I can't kill him.
All right, save that for me then.
Yeah.
For him to make a bad call.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll pick on him even more.
We'll just make one up.
That's a nice little ball by Pizzone. Good possession. Gertunka's going to...
Gertunka can deal on this guy here. Nice little move. Create some space. Cross in.
Boy, he kept it low. Nice stop and go. It's loose. Poljak heading. Oh, boy. The goalie was sort of leaning the other direction, turned and dove and got it.
Hey, and that's one of the things they teach you. You know, head the ball back towards where it came from, okay? Because think of it this way. The goalie in that situation is going to be moving to the right, you know, away from the ball. If you head the ball back from whence it came, it's going to be very difficult for him to get back to it.
And you hope you have a supporting run in that case, which the Panthers certainly did.
Yeah, Gertunka did a nice job opening up a passing lane there by just beating that defender 1v1.
Well, he was really patient. The defender looked like he was going to stop him from getting to the outside, but Gertunka sort of waited and got there.
There's Jesse with the ball in the middle.
Man down, and they're going to stop play to check on him. He's up and he's okay. Good precaution, and the Panthers will trigger it back in here right at midfield.
Basically, that's your boy killing one of the best attacks we've had.
I knew it. I knew it was coming. Ooh, nice little quick restart. Hart almost gets it. Can Pizzone get there? Charvalli did a nice job keeping that in on the turn, or it would have been Garrett Blake time. And here come the Colts on a counter. Boy, Kevin Muck does such a good job of getting back behind the ball. And there's Muck again. He's getting yanked.
Just a hold, yeah. Just a hold. If free kick for St. Clair, Westwood stepping up to take this.
Doesn't matter what the energy level is on the rest of the field. Kevin Muck's energy level is going to be higher.
It better be. He's running the whole middle of the field by himself.
And he's actually doing it effectively.
West with a deep ball into the box.
West can score from there.
Only if there's 4
only if it's a buzzer beater, though. He doesn't waste those.
4 minutes left in this game,
Yeah.
Gavin. It's
No urgency.
not that time.
It's loose here. Boy, Gertunka was making that far post run, and Charvalli's just going to get the ball away. And West is going to go up and take it here. West feels like he's not getting enough love for his throw-in prowess. No, they're going to throw short to him.
That was illegal throwing.
Yeah. Well, that's beautiful. Oh, boy, the Charvalli.
Charval player.
Oh, Worthy couldn't settle. He wanted to let fire. Deflected and unfortunately right to the Charvalli keeper. He will possess and control. Panthers had a lot of good opportunities there. They sort of had a different posture there rather than throwing it long, which I really like. Tried to go short, but still a dangerous opportunity. Nice little ball by Wes.
Joe collect this ball easily. And he'll just clear it out.
Nice.
Gertunka is wide open here. See if he can get to this. Just a little heavy hit by Joel, that's all, but John's where it should be.
The one thing Dom's doing well tonight, and he's sort of going to have to be the holding forward, which is usually a role that Stephen Mackey does, is he's waiting a little bit. When he's trapping it, he's waiting for some guys to run off him and then playing those square balls so he has numbers forward. It's a tough position to play, especially as a smaller guy. Dom's doing a really nice job of it.
Yeah, he's obviously strong because he's able to hold his defenders off, and he has been, okay, through the course of the season. He's got to have some good strength to him. Got some good technical ability to hold on to the ball and a good head on his shoulders here, just being patient and letting the play develop.
I know he's smart because the kids were making jokes last night to him about how little he has to study and he still gets A's on everything. So, hey, whatever method works. If you're getting A's, it doesn't really matter how, does it?
Mom Mom and Dad must be proud.
Jesse's.
I think the expectations are pretty high too there.
I'm
It's
guessing.
good to see.
Ooh, nice little play there.
Star Valley with a nice turn. A little heavy touch there, and we'll win this ball.
Oh, wow, he turned it and kept it in.
Yeah, worked out of that well.
Boy, that was a really nice play there. I think that was worthy.
Bill's going to look for Gudunka here.
Oh, he's got him.
Nice ball behind him. Good play by the Char Valley defender.
Yeah, and he got all ball first. That was,
Defender's quick.
yeah, he was fast.
He was fast. Yeah, he's got some speed on him. John wasn't able to close the gap there, and that defender's got some speed.
Panthers with maybe it's something about having the 1-goal lead, not wanting to have Garrett come all the way up here, but West is going to take the throws at least on this side of the field. West has a nice long throw too, and that's a good one. It's loose.
Cleared out by Char Valley. Got to get the ball here on the carpet.
Wow, that arm extended hard. So we got a fairly dangerous position here for the Panthers to have a set piece. It looks like Mike Worthy is going to be the one to trigger it back in, probably aiming for the far post. We hit it hard. It's just punched away.
Keeper does a nice job coming out because that was a dangerous ball.
Oh, it certainly was. He had
Like
Jesse.
Jesse Poljak had a beat on that ball.
Yeah, the Chartiers Valley goalie has been very aggressive on set pieces and such, coming off his line.
Once again into the box. Flicked on. Bless you, Gavin.
Thank you. Okay, I'm okay, everybody.
On the deeper throws and on the Panther goal, they had bracketed the goalkeeper, and what I mean by that is they put a goalie, like a shadow almost on the goalie. He stays in the front. Ooh, that's a great strike! Oh my!
Strike by Char Valley.
How about that? Out of nowhere, that's about their first, not even sustained possession, their first opportunity, and he just ripped that.
That was from about 30, 32, 33 yards out and just hammered the ball.
Do we know which guy that was?
No, I don't know who it was, but he got all of it.
Was it 27?
I'm not sure, Cal. I think it might have been 27.
We're going to go with number 27, Zach Kehoe, with the goal there. That was a tremendous shot by Zach.
I mean, boy, was that a heck of a strike. There was about a very short space for that he could have even put that in. He goes upper 90, top shelf, and wow. Talk about changing the complexion of the game. Panthers were dominating, looking to get that second goal, and then it wasn't even a counterattack. It just was one strike.
One strike, yeah.
All of a sudden, with 30 minutes left, we're tied.
Sure caught Joe a little bit by surprise just based on the pace. And there's a great ball through to Joel Hart. He's going to go for this ball. Well, goalie came out on that and just beat Joel for the ball.
Pizzone running forward.
So running through.
Ooh, nice ball there.
Nice job.
Chartiers Valley keepers really kept him in this game. There's a bunch of opportunities he's had to even spill a ball or keep a ball alive right to the Panthers. And
I think that's Calvin Boyle that plays goal for Chartiers. He started last year as a freshman.
wow.
Okay, big, tall, lanky kid, good hands, and was good last year, and obviously is only going to improve.
Well, that's impressive. You're starting a freshman on the back line. You got to be awful poised to play that position as a ninth grader for sure. So now, obviously, the Colts looking a little bit more confident now. Lightning can strike in this sport. You saw it right there, and sometimes that can change your, change your entire posture, your entire tactic. And the Colts are pushing some numbers forward, trying to get another.
Yeah, we talked earlier. This is an important game for these guys. Okay, they cannot come out of this game without any points.
No, absolutely not. And it's up in the box here. Ball is loose. Oh, it comes down. Misses the strike to put it back in. Colts still control.
Right inside. You can hear the frustration building in Coach Snyder's voice. There'll be a goal kick out here for the Panthers.
Well, the one thing the Panthers have to do is they have to recognize that they have in the dominant side. They've got to keep doing what they're doing. They've got to keep playing their game. Let's not try to get too direct or heroic. Try to get it all back in, one touch. Let's, do the same things you've been doing. I think you're going to get another one if you keep doing it.
You've been creating some chances. Maybe we could just turn up the urgency switch a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good way to put it.
And see what happens. And you can hear the Char Valley coaches say you need to keep them here, and it's exactly what we talked about earlier in the game when we said their forwards are going to press our back so they can try to win the ball in our half, our defensive half, even our defensive third.
So Jonathan Erdman checking back in at the right outside defensive spot.
Aiden Barnhart coming out.
And it looks like Robbie Mertz are going to try to get him in again to play his role facilitator in the midfield.
Chartiers Valley, 3 off, 3 on.
Here's Worthy coming forward. He touches looking for the give and go. Nice give and go from Muck. Worthy touches wide.
A little heavy.
Yeah, Gertunke held up his run a little bit there. I think if he'd have looked left, he'd have realized he had a lot of space to go before he was off sides. He was sort of gauging off his man as opposed to some of the guys in the center.
Worthy's feet.
Muck wins it again.
That ball. Pole jack. Devin comes through hard. Blake Conley controlling the ball. I'll go out for Panther throwing. Yeah, and you can see the intensity from the Char Valley players, and obviously you would expect that to get the goal and tie it up, and they got the battery recharged, and they're coming after it.
Yeah, you can really get a second win that way. Oh, here comes a Blake throw. He's going to spring Pizzone. Pizzone's got a little space here. He's battling two guys, doing so pretty effectively. Touches back. Oh, they're going to get him. Yeah, that's probably the right. Yeah.
Okay, I was watching the ball and the play. I didn't see the aftermath.
I think it's probably the right call. I think he clipped the back of his foot, but you can't fault him because the effort was there, and he had a touch and back. No, it was not him. No, it was the central referee. Now is the older, dark-haired guy here. That's headed up.
Ball's in the center. Somebody please bring this ball down to the ground.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't play your possession game if you can't settle it and get control.
He's going to come hard at this.
Good work from Jonathan.
Ball's going to stay in.
Yeah, Robbie did a nice job keeping that in, too. So did Jonathan Erdman. Nice turn by Poljack. We got a little room here.
And we are off to the races, boys. Let's go.
That's the one. He's on. Couldn't quite hold it up.
Hard again, yeah.
He needed to play it fairly hard because it was a through ball to get it through, but
I said we're off to the races. Their back line was up relatively high. I was expecting that through ball, to get through there because their backs were up so high.
Yeah, you're right.
A lot of space between the back line and the goaltender. Just the execution was off a little bit. That's all.
You're right. And the thing about it is, the opportunity was there. The timing was very good. So that was probably the right play as opposed to the gradual stuff with the back line that high. Just didn't quite link up. West touches back to Joe. Good job by Garrett Blake staying with it there.
Nicely done by Robbie.
A little more kickball here. Worthy wins with his head. Kiernan ran hard onto that and got kind of got the worst of that. Another sub here, and it is Troy Kiernan. He's going to come in and replace Jesse Poljak as the Panthers trying to.
They were going to call a foul on that on Char Valley. They didn't, but we did get the throw in.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was probably Char Valley's throw if it's not a foul, but I think it was a foul. Ooh, he handled that. They got that, yeah.
An excellent call by the referee on the far side of the field there. Who was that guy?
They're playing long ball here.
Joel Hart.
Again, I was a little bit worried about this. I think since the goal has happened, the Panthers have been a little bit too direct and not quite as patient in terms of the gradual nature of the build-up. That was how they were getting opportunities with some of those square balls, some of the simple passes. I'd like to see them go back to that a little bit. There's plenty of time left. They don't need to be this.
It's been choppy.
Yeah.
It's just been choppy, and they just have not been able to settle in to that game. I give Chartiers Valley credit for putting the pressure on.
Well, for sure. I mean, they've clearly been given a second life. Heads up, it's through. Play on. Oh boy, I'll bet the Char Valley player wishes he had that back. He had a lot more time than he thought. It's a little sloppy on the back line tonight, more so than I've seen most of the season.
Yeah, that was Zach Kehoe again with the shot there.
Just can't seem to play it down to the feet, get possession there. That's what the Panthers did so well in the first half. Jonathan smartly switches fields. Boy, Char Valley's really pressuring hard now. They're chasing the ball. Couldn't find Troy Kiernan. That's what happens when you pressure, forcing turnovers. Boy, really playing hard is that. That's Kehoe again.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we may be happy with a tie here.
Well, yeah, I mean, we let him hang around, then all of a sudden, boy, you don't usually see this. Soccer is a great game in terms of momentum shifts, but you don't generally see a team dominate as thoroughly as the Panthers did, looking just like the better side, and then all of a sudden it shifts like this. But it really has. This game has shifted dramatically. The Panthers have to pick it up. Now this is where the emotion and the energy come into play. They need to bring it some.
Comes up about 20 minutes left, about halfway through here. Second.
Great flick. Oh, Robbie almost half volleyed that.
Ambitious.
Yeah. Here is Robbie Mertz. Oh, nice. Boy. Wow. That should have been a call. Boy, that.
No idea what that referee was looking at. That is textbook tripping 101.
It didn't have to be in the box, too. He had the bailout available where he could have called it right outside the box.
But it does not get any better than that relative to making a call.
So a harsh break for the Panthers. Worthy touches, controls, good stuff from Mike. Touches forward. Now he has it back. Mike's got to possess it some. That's the nice ball. That's the one. Nice little square ball. This is Muck. And again, a little too ambitious. Didn't quite have numbers forward.
Robbie's calling for the ball on the outside quickly as opposed to a long through ball. Okay, and I'd have to agree with him there because Robbie had about 30 yards that he had to run, 35 yards to get to that ball. There was no way he was going to get to that ball based on where he was. Would have been better served just touching it outside to him.
Robbie Mertz falls hard. I hope he's okay. He's getting up slowly, but he is getting up. Here come the Panthers pushing forward. Ooh, again, trying to hit that long through ball, and the Panthers haven't been really effective at timing that right now, and especially Char Valley's goalie is very aggressive coming off his line.
He's coming off the line well. Our timing's been off a little bit. You can hear the back urging their teammates to get up. and to put some pressure on.
Well, when
Very simply, don't put some pressure on it, we win a deep throw-in. And they're exactly right. That's what Char Valley's been doing to us the past 15 minutes.
sometimes when you're not as dominant in terms of possession, posture, and that type of thing, your forwards check back too far. They need to stay forward and be dangerous. And we've not done as good of a job as that in the second half for sure. This is Blake. And this is a dangerous opportunity. This is how the Panthers scored their earlier goal.
Big throw into the box.
It's loose. The goalie stayed deep again. So, boy. Garrett plays it down to his feet.
And that's a ball.
So this is a fairly dangerous part of the field to get a set piece. Mike had one here earlier that the goalie came out and made a nice play on that he had Jesse on. This is a good angle, too. I'd be interested to see what he does here. I'm guessing somewhere around the far post. Unfortunately, too hard, right to the goalie.
It looks like we've got a couple of new guys coming in. Shane Sibley, number 21, stepping up. Might see his first, or not his first varsity.
No, he actually got a goal.
He played it, yeah, for a Trinity game he got in. And
He got his first varsity goal, in fact, did Shane.
Dom's younger brother, also looking to come in here.
Yeah, and he played last broadcast we did. What game was that? Seton LaSalle. Anthony Pizzone got some minutes there, played very well. Look,
Kevin Johnson for the ball in the middle of the field.
he's just battling. Coaches are getting frustrated at some of the non-calls, and they're getting a warning. But
Well, Char Valley's been playing physical the whole game long. We said early on they were pressing. Every time the Panther had the ball, they were going to be there in their drill. And they're just continuing it.
oh, it's loose. Poljack touches. Oh, just wide.
Wide. Just wide.
Jesse was just a little off balance with that. I think he tried to guide it home as he was falling.
Yeah, tough spot from trying to get it over a number of players.
Oh, absolutely.
Into the empty net, so tough position. You know, you never have a lot of time in that area. Just tee up a shot. And good
Boy,
effort by Jesse.
very
On the
close.
side, yeah.
But again, Don Pizzone running in there, winning that ball. The goalie came out aggressively, ambitiously off his line and didn't get there. When that happens, you're leaving the whole net, unoccupied because that ball was out of the 18-yard line.
Yeah, absolutely. Good throwing for the Panthers here.
Hopefully some momentum's creeping back to the white side of things with a couple opportunities here they've gotten in the last minute or two.
Yeah, about 15 minutes left in the game.
And again, this is what you've seen from Char Valley trying to go counter, trying to go direct. Because as you can see, one strike, one opportunity sometimes is all you need. And they got Troy Kiernan there on the whistle.
Fans are showing their appreciation for officiating. Their prerogative is paying customers.
Yes, absolutely. Now Gratonka's going to let it roll here.
Nice job by the Char Valley player.
Yeah, absolutely. A mid pressure there. He's going to touch wide. Can they keep it in? They will not. Trying to get a sustained attack there, Char Valley was, but again, they've not had much success with any sort of possession for any long period of time tonight.
No, not at all. Just on the scoreboard.
Absolutely.
They've played strong defensively.
They absolutely have.
They've been stout. The goalies played well, and they've had one great shot and made it count.
They sure as heck did. Here we go now. West steps up. Plays it forward, trying to catch. Ooh, nice.
Shane Sibley coming back, applying some pressure.
Yeah, good back pressure disrupting that.
Fortunately, he's going to go out and become a Colt throw-in. Two substitutions for the Colts here.
Be interested to see if the Panthers can recapture this momentum here in the midfield, start creating some opportunities. It's a lot more difficult with Kevin Muck on the bench because he's the guy winning a lot of those balls, but you got to find a way to get it to the feet, possess, and attack out of that. That's a nice ball from Worthy. Here's Shane Sibley playing the ball. Ooh, Poljak touching it. Can Mertz get there? Actually, Jesse's going to fall. Nice pressure from Poljak. He realized, yeah, it's nice.
Looking for the 1-2. He saw there was no way Robbie was going to get to the ball, and he's the closest guy to the ball. He's going to put the pressure on and try to win it. He wins the throw in for the Panthers. So nice job by Jesse.
Robbie Mertz keeps it in. Beautiful stuff. Ball's low. It's touched. Oh, boy. That's a tough half volley, but he got great contact and couldn't keep it down.
Contact.
Well, he belted it. Just unfortunately, I will say this. Robbie Mertz, I didn't think he could even keep that ball in. Not only did he keep that ball in, have the presence of mind to turn it like that, hit a nice square ball.
Job dancing along the end line there. Bring the ball back. 1-2 passes for Tunka, found himself in a great position on the side of the net. Bouncing ball. Tough to get over, to stay over that ball and drive it down. And unfortunately, that one's still moving.
Yeah, disappointing. Poljak tried to chip one, see a man, which was Hart, going for the far post. Couldn't quite get it there. We're seeing better stuff here from the Panthers,
though. Definitely. Time to turn a little bit here.
Ooh, Blake Miss hits it. Erdman.
Erdman. Get through the ball. Play on.
They got him.
Valley defender.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't make contact with the ball there, it's pretty much a given you're going to see that. And I think they waited to see if Kieran could keep it in.
I'll call that a aggressive play on the ball.
Well, you can kind of get in the area of reckless.
Matt was able to jump.
West gets it.
Get out of the way.
All right, now gotta throw in here fairly deep. Garrett can make these count. As far out as he is, Garrett Blake can make these count. He is going to go long. And it was a really good one. Ooh, Muck caught it with his left foot, yeah.
Kevin Muck likes that 25-yard plus-minus shot in that kind of black hole space there where the ball just kind of pops out.
I think it's difficult, but whatever you're comfortable with. Whatever you're comfortable with.
Probably Tampa throwing. I think that went off the Char Valley player, and it did.
Yeah, Hart got a rest, and he's come back in with a lot of energy here.
Over top to Robbie, see what he can deal
Oh,
with here.
Wow. Clever stop and go. It's to the middle. Oh, nobody on support.
Not really sure what coaches are yelling about there. Maybe they wanted Dom to turn and take that shot, because he did have a little bit of time, but again, his back's to the goal. He's looking for somebody to come from a deeper position and just bury it.
Good job by Kieran checking back. Burdette gets it.
Worthy. And he is just getting mugged in the middle of the field. And of course, the Char Valley coaches feel that they were just
that one was pretty cut and dry, to be honest. Mike's got to stop putting his hands back because it looks like he's holding when he does it. That's a boxing out and basketball move. It doesn't really work here. West goes long. Oh, boy, Dom almost headed it, but he kept it in.
just under 9 minutes left in the game. Char Valley goes deep.
Heads up. Good job by Mike. Very poised back there. Wow, that's dangerous.
Hart gets his head up.
Boy, I like the idea. It's loose. I can see what Jesse was thinking there because he's off his line.
He's trying to lob the goalie. Okay, he's trying to lob the goalie. This goalie's been good all game long in the air, except for the goal. Okay, he did misplay the goal, but those balls that are coming straight on to him, he's been up to the task.
Yeah, not even a juggle.
No, his hands have been good. Robbie's out on the far side begging for the ball. Let's get the ball out to him. Robbie's had success beating guys 1v1, cutting that ball back from the end line. Let's see if we can't create that chance one or two more times. Maybe we can get a good shot on frame.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Rob doing some work out there.
I'd like to use him and Matt Kieran down the wings here. Use the flanks a little bit more. I think we can get opportunities there. Dom touches back. This is Poljak. Muck has it. Nice little ball. Clever. I like this.
That's what we talked about. Hopefully Chu can get there, get his head up, see what he has. Stiff ball into the box.
Boy, that was a good ball. I like that.
That's exactly what you talked about it on cue. Your powers of prognostication, Gavin, they are improving.
It's usually a bad fail, but tonight we've had a couple successes. Yeah. Well, this is one thing I like. Now they got Dom Pizzone back bracketing the goalie, which I like.
Good to see.
Coach Mertz would be really pleased. He was begging for that. It's Poljak. Oh boy, he flicked it. He had to readjust. Yeah.
Yeah, tough one. I mean, he's just contorting his body in ways that it naturally does not go. Just trying to get his head on the ball and get it redirected back towards the goal.
Well,
Chartiers Valley goal kick here.
Panthers clearly getting the better of play here. I like the way the momentum's heading.
6.5 minutes left of the game here, and St. Clair has restored some justice here.
But you got to score a goal. That is the name of the game here. Who can step up and get it here for the Panthers? A lot of opportunities.
Good tackle by Valley. And this is where the Star Valley coaches are imploring their players to come up and press to win this ball. That'll be a Panther throw. On the far side of the field.
He's going long again. It's loose. Hart heads it forward to himself. He's still got it. Hart's looking for some support. Touches way back now. Touch middle. Dom trying to win it to himself. Couldn't quite get it.
Tough one there. Yeah, tough letting the ball run in that situation. Okay, as opposed to taking that ball in your foot and turning it with your foot. And Dom kind of let that ball run a little bit, and it's just tough place to let the ball run there.
Colts had a pretty defensive posture. There are a lot of guys behind the ball.
Yeah.
Here's Robbie Martz. Touching back, making the smart play. I like that. Nice ball by Muck.
That's well done.
Robbie's got a little space here. Touches middle. Poljak. Oh, boy, he couldn't quite get it to Pizzone. That was the right stuff. Yeah, it bounced on him a bit there.
It bounced on him, and maybe he's looking to flick it a little bit, a little lazy flick, and, it's just nothing came of it.
Boy, Char Valley's playing long ball every time, trying to catch the Panthers, pushing too many numbers forward.
That's a nice step by Tedeschi to win that ball there.
Yeah, nice shield, too.
Coming from behind the defender to win it. Nice little 1-2. This will be another Panther throw-in. A little over 4 minutes left, about 4:20 at this point in time, and dare I may mention the word?
I don't want to hear it. Not tonight.
Well, hold on. You've been a trooper tonight, Gavin. I know you're not feeling well, and I've been sick for a week, and this is the best I've felt in a week. So you're doing a nice job.
Thanks. I'm all right.
Credit.
I'm a bit congested. That's it. It's not too chilly though, which is
You
nice.
have that wonderful announcing voice, though.
Thank you. Oh, there was a lot of pushing and shoving in the box there by both teams.
West sticking with it, and wins that comes out of that with the ball.
That's
a simple foul.
yeah, that's pretty bad. But the good news is
Tell you what, that's not a vicious foul. The Char Valley player got beat. He stood his ground. He obviously wants West to go over him physically because he did get beat, but it's not like he stuck his leg out or hit him with the elbow or took him down hard.
It's a good place to have a set piece. Oh, somebody got up. It was Pizzone. It's still loose. Yeah, it was a handball. Oh, wrong. Boy, I thought the handball was on the Colts.
I agree with you. Yeah, love to see the tape on that. Unfortunately, we don't have instant replay here, but yeah, I thought the same thing, Gavin.
You know, the thing about it is if they keep giving up set pieces and deep throw-ins like this, they're going to get one. Yeah, we're going to score.
No question. We're going to score on one of these. Jesse Poljak with the ball.
There it is. There's the one, just what we were talking about.
Well, give Jesse credit because we talked about those shots from distance. We talked about the goalkeeper actually doing a good job and being able to collect those balls. And Jesse plugs away one more time, and good for him. He had the right mentality. That's
why he's on the field and I'm up here, because he obviously kept seeing that. He kept seeing the goal. He's pushing forward. There is space over top on the chip. He hit that one a little more solidly. Guy could not get back in time. Beautiful strike.
A little high enough, a little bit of a dip. Guy was out a little bit too far, but yeah, well done, Jesse. Way to keep at it and put the Panthers up here 2-1 with 2.5 minutes left.
It's what you love to see from your seniors.
Hey, Cal, did you get that Jesse Poljak? Oh, did you? I was too excited.
It's a hard foul there. They're going to give this to St. Clair.
I'm sure they're frustrated because Jesse, was the guy who just scored.
Robbie just got hit by a sniper. You can hear the St. Clair students taking exception to it. Charter Valley player returned the ball back to the spot with some speed and hit Robbie right between the 2 and the 2.
It struck hard. Nice save. I like what they did there. That was Mike. He played a nice low ball trying to get a rebound, essentially. That was dangerous.
Good hard shot, yeah. Good hard shot.
So Troy Kiernan checking back in the game for Joe Hart. The best thing you can do when that starts happening, you feel like the other team's getting chippy, make them pay on the scoreboard.
That's right.
Well, that's long.
1.5 left here. This will be a Charter Valley goal kick.
Boy, this Panther team certainly has a flair for the dramatic. It's not how you want to do it, but hey, if you're used to winning close games in those situations, maybe it'll help you going forward. Good job by Poljak to go up in traffic and win it. Jesse using every bit of that frame to win those 50-50 balls in the air. He's been just superlative in the air tonight.
About 45 seconds left in the game here. St. Clair should just keep this ball in Charter Valley's end here, and that all that does is waste time. That's good to see.
That's a throw-in, which is perfect. Oh, Dom almost touched that by him, little toe poke.
That's going to be the end of the game. Jonathan Erdman.
Yes, sir. And I'll tell you what, Coach Davis, all's well that ends well, and most of the night was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, most of the night it was good, and it's a good result here because, again, I just didn't feel that we had the energy here in the game this evening that we've experienced in some other games. And you look at it this way, a great job by the boys to be able to come out of a game where emotionally they may not be into it 100%, may not want to be playing 100%, but they come out, they play hard, they get the job done, they keep a perfect record in this section. Hey, they're 8-0, they got 2 more games. Could be the first section of the title in a while, Gavin.
Absolutely. I'm really impressed by this bunch. Good combination of experience and some youth. And our next broadcast will be Saturday, non-section, against the Erie McDowell squad coming from way north, couple hours to McDowell's got a huge school. I assume they have a good team. They usually do.
It'll be a gorgeous day. Okay, weather should be in the 70s and sunny. And as we've been ending every Upper St. Clair boys soccer program, good night, Gracie.
Oh, that's right.